you check the children. Show a little match sometimes.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes. That is what
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird, and I'm here to do a trailer reaction for the new trailer for Predator, Killer of Killers. This is the upcoming Predator anthology, the animated anthology, that is also being put out by Dan Trachtenberg, who made Prey, and who is also making Predator Badlands, the one where the Predator is the protagonist, that comes out later this year. So Trachtenberg is heading up this anthology as well. It looks like 3 or 4 different Predator stories in different eras of time. I believe there's a samurai and then a couple of others. So let's take a look at this new trailer, shall we? I am excited about this. And once again, I forgot to put up the poster. But there it is. That is the poster for the film. So let's go ahead and take a look, shall we? Let me go ahead and boom, make that bigger. And here we go. Yeah, Hulu original. Crazy.
My son, tell me why we fight.
Ooh, I love this animation.
Enemy still lives.
Dude, that's sick.
You all have traveled far and miss the warmth of home. But tonight, think of only one thing.
Dang.
Killing the monster.
Yep. Sweet. Ah. So this is the Samurai Predator story.
You're not
Yeah.
hearing me. There's something else up in the sky. And it's not human.
Sick.
I pray.
Is that World War I maybe, or World War II? I can't tell.
You are ready now.
Alright, yeah. Oh wow, that's soon. That's only a couple weeks away. Damn. The next evolution. Nice.
There's only one.
Dang, that's a cool design too. So that's just a straight ninja. Cool.
We must fight.
Vikings, that's the other one,
Here we
okay.
go.
So Vikings, Samurai, and World War something. Dude, this looks so awesome. Oh, what a cool design.
What happens if we survive?
Oh, wow. That's... Damn, the design of these things are awesome. Alright. Cool. That's a pretty darn good trailer. So, yeah, dude, I'm so excited about this. I love anthologies, A. I love good animation, B. I love the Predator franchise, C. Like, I mean, this is right up my alley. I love that this Viking one is animated on the 2s. Like the Spider-Verse movies. I know that makes a lot of people angry, the sort of what looks like sort of stuttery, janky movement. That's actually just, it means it's animated on 2s instead of 1s. Which means it's animated every other frame instead of every frame. So it's not quite as smooth, but it's really evocative, and I think it tells stories in a really interesting way. So I love that. I mean, I love that the Samurai, you know, the one set in Japan, and then the Viking one, and then the, again, I'm feeling it like it's got to be World War II just because of the plane design. But I'll be honest, I've never been good at, nor have I really enjoyed studying history. So I don't know what kind of planes go in which. World War I had planes, right? Fuck. I betray my stupidity here. When it comes to history, yeah, I don't know. I've never been good at that. I've always been a math and science kind of guy. But anywho, this looks awesome. I love the designs of each of the Predators. I love that each Predator design is different. That huge beefy Predator is cool. That sort of, you know, half-masked Predator is really dope. That Predator is sick. Let me I guess I can pause, right, and show you guys what I'm talking about. That right there. Look at that design, dude. doesn't even have a helmet. That's the Darth Vader of Predators. You know what I mean? Like, that is so sick looking. Although I can't imagine he's very intimidating when he roars, right? Because he's got like a mask on the entire time. But still, pretty sick design. Let's find the other designs real quick. Yeah, the Viking one looks really dope. That's probably the one I'm most excited about. Just because I love that era, and I really dig stories that are told in the Viking era. So, alright, so this is the Viking era. It looks like this might be... I mean, that's kind of cool. He's trapped one at the bottom. It looks like he's hanging onto a ship that's sinking. That appears to be what's going on, so I'm guessing their ship is going to sink at some point. But doesn't clearly make the getaway. Okay, so that's that one with the mask that's only covering sort of the top half. That's kind of interesting. Instead of the full face mask. I like the gauntlet that's almost like Witchblade. It's got a Witchblade gauntlet on. It's an interesting design, though. And let's see. Yeah, so that's the big beefy dude. He's definitely... Look at that. That's such a cool... That animation style is so interesting. The actual... The drawing of it is really neat looking. I don't know. I just love seeing, like, I don't know. There might be some people that are like, oh, whatever, predators aren't that big. And it's like predators come from a planet as diverse as ours. Like, there are different species. There are different, you know, races. And predators look different in different places. And look at this. That's like a cape. I don't know if that's meant to be his dreads that have just grown that long, or that's a cape. And then this spine with what look like rib bones down the back. That's such a neat design. Like, how intimidating is that thing? That's so cool. So yeah, man, Predator, killer of killers. That looks really, really dope. I'm so excited about it. Inordinately so, maybe some might say. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you as excited about that as I am? I mean, I love Predator. Like I said, right, it boils down simply. I love Predator, I love anthologies, and I love really good, unique animation. I've been on board for animated anthologies since the Animatrix, which, for those of you that, you know, weren't old enough to see the Matrix movies in the late 90s, early 2000s, you might not know that I think it was between movies 1 and 2, or it might have been between movies 2 and 3, they released the Animatrix, which was a 7 or 9 episode anthology where there were different stories told within the Matrix, each one with different animation styles. And I loved that. I love any time that people have done stuff like that since, and the fact that we're getting a Predator anthology now, it makes tons of sense. Hopefully that means we're going to get an Alien anthology in the not too distant future. That'd be sick as hell as well. So yeah, I am very, very pumped about this. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, especially if you've watched up to this point. Thank you to all of our patrons for supporting the channel the way that you do. Until next time, though, I've been Cecil Laird, and remember, stay scared.